Everybody. I'm making this video because I always get a lot of questions from students when I introduce this idea of a graphic organizer. People want to know how to fill it out, right or wrong, or how it's going to be graded, and I just want to clarify what the purpose and function of this is. So the graphic organizer is basically a note-taking strategy. It's a tool to allow you to kind of keep your notes and your concepts as you come across different texts in this unit in order so that it's much easier when it comes time to go and write your essay. As you can see, this is pretty broad, and it's purposely so because you really are able to take notes on what you need to take notes on. So you don't need to write down every single thing, from every single lecture. That's certainly not the intent. This is really just trying to take those notes over those kind of big, high-level concepts. And as you work through each week in this unit, you'll see that we're covering different things. So the week 6 poetry, I believe, covers structure, voice, and syntax. And then the week 7 poetry builds on that by introducing the idea of imagery and figures of speech. So you may have one or two things to write. You may know a little bit about sound or theme. In week 6, that's fine. Add that there. Week 7, you should have more to write in terms of these different boxes. But I really just want you to kind of understand and apply your learnings about these larger poetic concepts, whether it's structure or imagery or sound, and how they fit with certain poems. And you're going to see in each of these weeks, I've given you a selection of poetry. So I've given you half a dozen poems that you will need to read, all very short, of course, but you don't need to write notes about every single poem. You could choose, say, the top 2 or 3 and write your notes on how structure or voice or syntax is used in those poems, and it just needs to be a couple of sentences. So the other column is really just for any notes or questions you might have, notes on the biography of the authors, or notes on anything else we talk about. So really, like I said, there's no right or wrong way. What I'm looking for is that you have kind of this mostly filled in. You have something of value and substance within the vast majority of these boxes, if not all of them, and that you've done more than simply just list the poems. I want you to kind of engage with the content, make sure you're applying those learnings to the text that you're reading. And so this will be a completion grade that you're going to turn in, I believe, in the last week of this unit, which is week, I believe, 10 or 11. I'm sorry, I can't remember this point. But the last week of this unit, you're going to turn in this document filled in, and that will be a completion grade. So as long as you're filling it in, you'll get full credit for the assignment. So if you have questions, let me know. But otherwise, hopefully it is pretty simple. And the goal of this really is just to help you. It's to help you organize, because there's a lot of poems that you're going to read in this unit. And I just want to make sure that you're not losing track of how certain ideas or concepts fit within those poems.